2024 is on the horizon. And so that means that many of you will be thinking about which destinations you would like to visit this year. So in this video, I'm going to tell you an underrated destination that I think you should visit in Europe for 2024. Now, before I reveal this city, do let me know some of your favourite underrated cities that you have visited recently that you would highly recommend to tourists. I am curious to see some of your recommendations just out of personal interest, and also it will be helpful to other viewers who are watching the video as well, who are interested in booking trips this year. And also just one quick message before I reveal the city: if you go to the description of the video, make sure you click onto the top link. It will take you to the Level 8 website where you can buy your luggage, backpacks and suitcases for your upcoming trips. Level 8 do produce high quality products, high quality bags, so use your Christmas money and purchase some luggage today, ready for your upcoming trips and holidays in 2024. Right now then, to the underrated European city that I would recommend to visit for 2024 is Sarajevo, the capital city of Bosnia and Herzegovina. Sarajevo is one of the most fascinating destinations in Europe, and yet it is extremely undervisited and underrated compared with heavyweight destinations in Europe such as Barcelona, Rome and Paris. Sarajevo is the only city in Europe to have an Orthodox church, a Catholic church, a mosque and a synagogue all on the same street. You can visibly see the Austrian influence from when Sarajevo was ruled under the Austrian-Hungarian Empire, and of course you can see the Islamic influence from the Ottoman Empire. Even though it is a pretty small city, Sarajevo is just a melting pot of so many different influences, so it makes the place extremely fascinating. People from Sarajevo are very friendly, the food is really good, it is much more affordable than many other major destinations in Europe. Compared with going to places in Western Europe, you will definitely save money on food, drinks and accommodation in Sarajevo. Now, just a few tips for you to bear in mind before you do visit Sarajevo. Tip number 1, eat the local food. The local food here is fantastic. You definitely want to try burek, which is a pastry filled with either meat or cheese. And if you like meat, you will absolutely love the cevapi minced meat sausages. You absolutely need to try cevapi when you are in Bosnia. They're really tasty, and usually you'll get it with some bread and also some kajmak sauce. Hopefully I pronounced that right. It's kind of like a cream sauce. You can also find dolma and sarma, which is minced meat stuffed into vegetables. Also make sure you try the Sarajevsko beer too. And don't forget to try some baklava, some Bosnian coffee, and usually you'll get some Turkish delight with it too. Now, my second tip for visiting Sarajevo is to make sure you realize that you're gonna need cash. Now, many restaurants and some bars will accept credit card, but many places will only accept cash. The currency is Bosnian marks. It is not euros. The official currency is Bosnian marks. Now, you may find some places that do accept euros, and especially some apartments and Airbnbs will accept euros in cash payment instead of marks, but you will need some marks in cash on you, so you will need to go to an ATM to take some cash out. I definitely recommend that you speak to your accommodation and ask them if there are any ATMs or banks that charge a low transaction fee, because most ATMs and banks will charge you a transaction fee. Now, my third tip is to not skip out on the history. Bosnia-Herzegovina went through a lot of suffering in the 1990s with the genocide. For me, it is absolutely imperative that when you do come here, you do learn more about the history. So I do have 2 museum recommendations. My first recommendation is you visit the Museum of Crimes Against Humanity and Genocide. And my second museum recommendation is the War Childhood Museum. I don't want to go into massive details about both of these museums because I'd rather you go and visit for yourself, but these 2 museums are 2 of the most hard-hitting, emotional museums that I've ever been to in my life. Both of those museums are 2 absolute must-visit museums in the city, so definitely go and check them out yourselves. The last thing that I'll say about the genocide is just be mindful that for a lot of people, this is still very raw. It's a very sensitive topic for a lot of people. Most people do know someone who died. So it is just very important that you do remain respectful. Now, tip number 4 on a lighter note is I do recommend to go to Sarajevo between the months of June to October, just because the weather will be the nicest during those months. Now, do be aware that it can get very hot in July and August, but I do think it's better because the weather in the winter can get very, very cold. And now my final 5th tip. If you are taking a bus from Sarajevo bus terminal, and if you are bringing a suitcase or a backpack with you onto the bus, the sad news is that you are going to have to pay for that. Last year the price was 2 Bosnian marks to bring on 1 piece of luggage with you for a domestic journey, and it was 4 Bosnian marks for an international journey for 1 piece of luggage. Oh, and you're also going to need some cash on you to enter Sarajevo bus station. I think it was about 2 Bosnian marks when I went, just for the bus station service fee. So do not get rid of all your Bosnian marks before you go to the bus station to go to your next destination. You're going to need the bare minimum 4 Bosnian marks on you, probably 6 if you're taking an international bus journey. Now, if any of you are actually from Sarajevo, or if you've been to Sarajevo, do comment below some of your key tips that you would give tourists if they are going to come to Sarajevo. And also do drop a comment if you are actually planning to come to Sarajevo in 2024. Let me know if you are looking forward to visit. So I do hope that this video has been useful to you. If it has, make sure you click the like button. It really does help the channel. Hit the thumbs up button right now, and make sure you subscribe to the channel for more travel content. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you all in the next video.